It's 8:02 now, and Representative Colleen Hanabusa joins us on a visit to Hawaii amidst all the stuff that's going on back in Washington. Let's talk about the Syria resolution. There's one on the Senate side, but how do things stand on House side?
It looks like there was a hearing in our Foreign Affairs Committee, but no action taken, no vote taken. So there's some rumors that the House may just wait to see what comes out of the Senate.
You are, at this point at least, planning to vote against any kind of resolution to do airstrikes.
I have said very clearly from the beginning of this discussion that I am a no vote on the Syria resolution and what was going on there.
One of your concerns is that you're just not clear on what good effect could come of it, and you see a lot of things that could go wrong.
Yeah, the resolution itself, and even what the president says, is that one, even with the strike that was planned, there is no result that would change anything. And the second thing is that the president has been very clear that it's going to be a diplomatic, negotiated resolution that's going to be able to address this. So the question is then, why are we doing it? And, you know, there's also no clear assessment of what the collateral damage may be, because we don't quite know exactly where the strikes may take place. And it's a moving target now. Initially there were 50 sites. Now they're saying it's not only the stockpiles, but it may be actually the military personnel that is guarding the stockpiles as well. So the question is what's going to happen? And when we've asked for in unclassified briefings, we've asked for, well, what's the potential collateral damage? The response we get is, we don't know, because we don't know how the president's going to determine how to take action.
Oh, yeah. Hey, there was a survey in which about a third of all members of Congress said they were undecided. I'm assuming some of them actually are decided, but they're keeping their cards close to their vest for one reason or another.
You know, I think as I've watched those surveys and the names, a lot of them who are in the lean no category are probably no, just because of how I know them and how they have voted in the past. And I believe that a lot of people have decided on what they will do. And I would think that in the House in particular, the votes are probably in the no category.
We were talking before we went on about how it's been an interesting crossing of the usual partisan lines where some Democrats and some Republicans are on both sides, and sometimes for different reasons.
And you see that in other votes as well. And yes, it is true. And what you're seeing, though, in this particular issue is that it's not the usuals that are joining to vote no for different reasons. You're finding a lot of the people that may either be more moderate in their views and may be construed as people who are for you could count them on for military votes, that are really saying, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense, this is not computing. And that is really the issue that we have to contend with.
I would assume that there are some people who would quite reasonably be thinking, I'm not going to decide for sure until I do know in more specific detail what targets they're going to be.
Well, from what I understand, the president and the administration is not going to tell members of Congress what the targets are going to be. I mean, that's something that they've been holding close to their vest, other than general categories, like they said 50 sites where they were stockpiled. I mean, that was the information we had gotten before. I don't think we will get that information, and because the logical question is, are civilians going to be affected, and will there be collateral damage? And we can't get that assessment. So given the fact that this is not going to resolve it, the president has said that, no one in his administration says that this is going to resolve the particular issue of what's gone on. It doesn't say that they're going to stop. It just is a statement of what the United States wants to say about the fact that you did it, you know, and let's be clear, no one in anywhere, you know, condones the heinous act of the use of chemical weapons. The question really is, so what is the United States' appropriate role for that? And I can't get to the point, and that's why I've said no from the very beginning, that this quote limited tailored strike that doesn't result with any kind of resolution is really what the United States should engage in.
Have all 4 of the members of the Hawaii congressional delegation stated what their positions on this will be?
I believe Senator Schatz said something earlier that he was, when he first stated it, I think he said he was with the president, but I think he has now issued a statement that he is going to vote no. I believe Tulsi went back. She had major concerns. She went back for the hearing on Wednesday in Foreign Affairs. She's on the Foreign Affairs Committee. I haven't heard a firm yes or no from her, other than that she does have grave concerns, and I don't know where Maisie is on this.
So you'll be going back to Washington on Monday, I take it, or?
I will be starting, that's the thing about being in Hawaii, I start Sunday, I will land Monday, and there are some briefings that are potentially scheduled for like 5 o'clock in the afternoon and on DC time. But from what I gather, the House definitely has no vote on this on the floor Monday evening, which is our first vote at 6:30 Washington time.
Okay. It's Colleen Hanabusa, representative from Hawaii, on a situation which is evolving pretty quickly, and we'll continue to follow it for you.